Most people think reading is just about getting smarter, but it actually changes the way your brain thinks. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how reading rewires your mind, improves your decision making, and gives you mental tools you didn't even know you had. If you've ever felt stuck in your thinking, overwhelmed by information, or unsure how to actually use what you learn, this will change the way you approach reading forever. I remember specifically sitting on the couch after I got out of the military, feeling stuck. I had all this advice from mentors and these habits from the military, but I didn't understand why they worked. I was just doing them instinctually. Year after year, I feel like I'm hitting the same walls. My environment had changed, and I realized my personal growth wasn't automatic anymore. One day I'm bored and I'm scrolling YouTube, and I come across a video about Stoicism. As a result, I end up picking up the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius and getting it on Audible too to follow along in the book. I remember reading this line: "It doesn't matter how other people act, it's your job to be good." I could feel it hit me in my chest. Here was this man, arguably the most powerful of his time, and he's struggling with the same things I am, and he had a framework to navigate it. After that, I started noticing moments in my own life, like getting cut off in traffic. Before, I just let it ruin my morning. Now I pause and take a breath, and I remind myself, what can I control here? My response, my mindset. That perspective gave me a tool to stop spiraling, it reduced my anxiety, and gave me a way to handle life in a calmer, more deliberate way. Research from the University of Pennsylvania found that cognitive appraisal, which is what Stoicism teaches, significantly reduces stress and anxiety by changing how we interpret events. When you read, you're not just learning information, you're adopting new mental frameworks that reshape how you process reality. So try this. Pick one quote or idea per day from a book that resonates with you. Reflect on how it applies to a situation in your life and remind yourself of it throughout the day. You're essentially training your mind to see the world through a different lens. But reading doesn't just expand your perspective, it actually improves how you think and learn. Here's what I discovered. So I'm consuming all this content, but the information isn't sticking. It's frustrating, and it feels like I'm hitting a wall I just can't break through. I want to retain knowledge to improve my thinking, but I keep forgetting key ideas and feeling like my efforts are being wasted. Then I come across the book Make It Stick, which has completely changed how I approach learning, by the way. The book explains how learning works scientifically, with retrieval practice, repetition, and actively testing yourself to strengthen neural pathways. Suddenly, all those military teaching methods I used as an instructor make sense. I'm taking notes, elaborating in my own words, and testing myself on what I learn. This approach turns my learning into long-term knowledge, and it starts to improve my critical thinking. I'm connecting ideas more deeply, seeing patterns, and understanding concepts rather than just memorizing them. So to make learning stick, take notes actively, summarize in your own words, and test yourself. Apply what you learn immediately. This strengthens neural pathways and improves critical thinking. Reading doesn't just teach you how to learn, it gives you reusable frameworks you can apply to everything in your life. Before reading Growth Mindset by Carol Dweck, I get stuck in a fixed mindset, thinking failures define me, and some things just can't change. This mindset makes challenges intimidating. I worry about failure and avoid risk, which affects my career, personal growth, and even parenting. Growth Mindset gives me a mental model to navigate challenges. The book teaches me to see challenges as opportunities, not threats. This wasn't just about me either. I now teach my daughter that mistakes aren't failures, they're feedback. It makes parenting less stressful and gives her resilience early on. In my own life, whether that's growing my YouTube channel, developing habits, or trying new things, this model helps me check myself. Am I approaching this with a fixed mindset, or am I embracing growth? Books give you mental models, reusable frameworks you can apply across every area of your life to solve problems and navigate challenges. So the next time you open a book, be on the lookout for those mental models or those frameworks that can improve your life. Reading is one of the most powerful tools you have. Books can give you mentors you'll never meet, mental models to navigate life, and insights you can apply immediately. But none of this matters if you can't build a consistent reading habit. So watch this video next because I'm going to share with you my simple 3-step system for building a solid reading habit. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next one.